started that area. Okay, one more time.
Wow, that thing is bad.
See, that's got all the tools of the tool selector, you know. Then it has a tool light here that I can set my offsets with. It has a conveyor that it empties all the chips that come out of the can in the back.
Yeah, conveyor figures it out.
I just steady wrist and the wheels on.
Well, these are the old school lathes. What, World War II?
Yeah.
Yeah, this
They
is
still use them heavily here, though.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's fresh shavings right there.
I want to show you the 5-inch.
Yeah. 5 and 6.
Edward's not here. If he was here, he'd be running this 5-inch mill.
Come on, bud.
This is Lamar.
How are ya?
Good, how you doing?
This is my
Good.
son, Carter.
There's a familiar there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's no
He's
good.
bigger than me.
You're not quite as gray as the old man is.
Well, I'm getting there though. I'm getting there.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah.
This is the piece they're milling.
What piece?
This black. This is the part.
Oh,
That's the part. There's the.
this whole thing is the part?
Yeah. And there's the mill head there. This is a 5-inch mill. It has a 5-inch. This spindle here is 5 inches in diameter.
So what part is, so is this partially milled then? Already?
Yeah. He's cut this out. See where it's
Oh yeah.
welded here? He'll cut this out. This was actually fabricated here. They made it on sheets and welded it together. They made
Wow. Some heavy duty work.
Oh yeah, it takes about a month to build something like this.
And what is it?
This is a pan, gathering head pan.
For what?
The miner angles. Yes, this is the big boy. This is the 6-inch mill here. Got a 6-inch spindle. This you can put a whole machine on this. See,
Like a whole...
whole liner machine.
Really? How would you even get that in here?
We bring them in. We got tandem cranes. Crane them in. These cranes, that's a 20 ton. That's a little one. And then they tram this way. And they tram that way.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. They got a remote. They're remotely operated. Well, too bad you couldn't see this one running. This is a big mill. These are parts waiting to be inspected by this product is law. This is our CMM, computerized stylus. What they do here is they set the parts up there and that stylus comes down and checks them. Inspects this inspection.
The dimensions?
Yeah.
Make sure it's all...
Yeah, make sure it's all perfect. Yeah, part there is.
So it's like a giant motorized caliper?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it is. This whole room is climate controlled. It's air conditioned. It's got a big monitor up there. So
Keep it from expanding, or?
and shrinking. Yeah, it keeps it a constant temperature. Yeah, you can't have
type of thing. This is our stop. If you want something, you just type it in and it gives it to you. You don't like if you need.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It actually holds more than you can imagine. There it opens up. I got batteries, which I need.
Oh.
Anyway, this will give you stuff like gloves.
It's a huge bottle of Loctite. I use little tiny bottles on my...
They get bigger than that. Dave, how you doing? This is my son Carter.
I can tell he looks just like you. little bigger, though. I think he might put a whoop on you.
Yeah, he tries. He's a welder. Welders are a different breed. Anyway, yeah, and if you need any of this stuff, like lifting straps, that's not supposed to open. But these are locked with a key in there and it pops open. You can even issue stuff like renting stuff, like infrared cameras, you know, stuff like that. That's a Chronos time clock. This is the interesting place. This is where they do NDC, non-destructive inspection.
Non-destructive?
Yeah, they put it in that booth and they put these magnets on it and put this magnetic powder on, look for cracks and whatnot without cutting it open, you know.
Oh wow.
And that's how they inspect this stuff. They got lots of lights here. Kind of dark in here. This is a gym crane pit. Stand alone. This is another. Now this is the Orion here. This is an interesting mill. Very expensive mill. And there's the cutting head on that.
Woo!
What it does is it changes its own tools. It's got a tool caddy somewhere. And it's run on the same operating system as those other ones. It's got, you know, it's got to be air conditioned. Anyways, this one's unusual because it's got different. You put different pads on there. And it spins it around like turnstile, but that thing goes open and it slides in, and shuts down.
Mm-hmm.
This is where it grabs its tool from. It grabs its milling tools off of that. Wow. These machines are really expensive.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, it's an interesting place. Because this is where they weld. They do a lot of welding here. A lot of crazy stuff like say we work on these pieces of shear. They're part of a mainframe.
Part of a what?
Part of a mainframe, you know, like a frame. There's a tail piece they fabricated this. This here is hard facing. It's like carbide steel that they put on top. That keeps the wear plates, they call it.
Oh wow. So this is carbide steel?
Yeah.
All on the top here?
Very expensive.
Yeah.
This is a very large brake pad and press. Put the stuff in here, it bends it, and it's got capability of tonnage for this thing today.
Yeah, I think it's probably got a lot of A lot of power behind this press.
This is a shear mainframe. This is what we do. We wire those.
That's what you do?
Tons of wires inside of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you how that looks. Steel. There's a mainframe for a miner upside down. These are the cat tracks, like an army tank.
So this is the actual
things go on it. This is upside down.
So is this all new fabrication, or is this?
Some of it's new and some of it's used. This is where that plate was burned out of. As a matter of fact, that same stuff is put in. See the patterns it'll burn. Just pretty good job. This is a water table, they call it. And they bring the water up.
Yeah.
And then they cut through the water and then they lower it.
Cool it.
Well, keep smoke down and do it. And it cuts. It's got a plasma and it's got dual torch capability. See, there's two of them, and it's in a park position now. If you guys aren't here, normally it'd be out here and cutting. And it's got an operating system on it. Come on out here. There's Big Red. This forklift here can pick up an unbelievable amount of weight.
Really, I wouldn't get that impression.
Yeah, this thing is.
That was sarcasm.
This is huge. I'm not allowed to drive that.
Was there an incident involved in that decision?
No, well, there was with that. See that barrier we put in that?
Yeah.
Somebody dropped a shaft and it rolled downhill and wiped out the piping on that oxygen tank and ruptured it. It was a bad deal. Anyway, this is our boneyard. Our property goes out to where farther you can see that fence.
Mm-hmm.
It goes out all around. And this is where we keep stuff. There's shuttle car frames out there. That's one thing that you won't see inside is a shuttle car. This here is how machines look like when they come in here to be rebuilt.
So this has basically been used and abused?
Yeah, yeah, it has. You can see the rock balls that crushed the top of it. The mine's caved in on it.
It's coming in for a refurb?
And usually an update.
Doesn't look like much is left of it.
Oh yeah, complete.
So there's actual, isn't there bits that go in here?
You put the bits in there. Those are bit holders. They're laced in a certain pattern to produce a certain type of product. You can change that pattern. Breaker coming in to rebuild. What it is, it's kind of a mobile hopper drives around. These are chocks. This is what holds up the mine. They're put next to each other, like 100 of them in a row. Oh wow! The coal is removed underneath it, and they self-advance, and the mountain falls behind them.
Wow!
Cylinders extend way up. And that's where you work, underneath them. You walk underneath them. You'll see us. Kip, what's going on this Easter Sunday? I can't believe you're here. This is my boy Carter.
How are you? Nice to meet you too.
First time you've been out here?
Yeah, full tour.
Anyway. Oh,
Well, I guess since I was a little kid.
You know, he wasn't here though. This is a new building.
Oh, this is all new building?
Yeah, the other one is in town.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they built this 10 years ago and it's coming apart already. And this is where we sandblast your knives at.
Yeah. So this is.
Yeah. And this has a.
Yeah, that's a big
door. This goes in.
big sandblaster.
Run these here. Shuts the door.
Is this the media here?
Yeah. Yeah. That's your. This is glass bead. And then you can access it there. Look through the window. Or you can access it here. Oh, this has been done away with. This used to be a secondary. I don't know why they did it. Okay, this is a machine that's in the process of being built. This is a fan. This is a fan motor that blows air across the face to keep the dust down. And this is one of the controllers for what we do, electronics in it. Here's about. This is a brand new machine. Yeah, that's the part that goes on here. That's the cutter part.
Yeah.
This is a brand new machine, and it sells for just about $1 million.
All right.
$1 million. I don't know why. Okay, this is a rebuild. This is one that we reconditioned. And it's going together, as you can see.
So, do you have any of the bits around here?
Any what?
Any of the bits?
No, we don't deal with the bits.
Check those out.
And they're just metal. They've got carbide tips on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just, But anyway, this here is a Longwall shear. It takes enormous drums that go on each one of these with bits on them.
Yeah.
Each arm. And this is what travels underneath those shields. This goes back and forth underneath them. And this is run on Windows XP, like all these machines are. And that's the display. Mm-hmm. This is the main controller. There's your right here is your methane monitor. Just keep track of your methane. Here, use a digital readout on methane. This here gives you your display. Tells all your parameters and you can program whatever you want. This is the mouse. This is a mouse, an industrial mouse. And that's how you run it. Here's ranging arm motors. These motors are quite large. I think they're 250 horsepower each. There's one on each end that runs the cutter. Water cooled. Altogether, I think there's 6 motors on this. Some are these motors here, got dual pump motors there. These are large AC motors. These orange things here.
So where's the actual cutter over here?
It's got 2 cutters. There's the drum. This is the cutter arm. These go up and down on these big cylinders. Big old drum, about this wide, about that tall. Hold on now.
That just slips over the top of this?
Yeah, slips right, you know.
Just...
And then, yeah, they're both.
This sits on that pan right there.
Yeah, yeah, there's the pan line, that picture.
See, right now, this is backwards. It would go like this.
Oh.
that pan, and then them drums cut and throw it on that chain line. The chain line, that's a good thing to, because it's hard to picture what it is. I brought my uncle here, let him look, and he's like, and until he went out in the hallway and he wanted to come back out and look at the shear after that. But this shear just rides up and down that pan right there.
I gotcha.
You seeing them chocks that we looked at there? That's what those are.
As this big drum cuts that gray face, then them shields will move forward and hold the mountain up.
Wow.
That's how they move one at a time. That's the way they keep it from.
I brought my uncle out here and showed him, and then he was like, and then we went in the hallway, and he's like, that's what that, and I was like, yeah, that's what that is. So then we come out here, and I was like, well, there's one right there. That's a Longwall. Hey, I was going to ask you a question, Glenn. This thing was so full of grease. Would that have dielectric grease on it?
No.
You want it dry.
You want it dry.
It was clear full of dielectric like a gray.
You need to dry that out. Like
I'll dry it out.
Furnace or something like that.
Get all the moisture out.
And then spray it with that crown.
Spray it on there too? Even on this?
Yeah, just don't get real thin. Matter of fact, I would probably tape on there.
Tape it, and then because I can take this out and tape my what do they call them contacts, and then paint the whole thing with that stuff.
Yeah.
And put it back in.
Yeah, that's the proper way.
Because see what happened was those 3 bolts came out and let that coil that you saw turn and yank them wires out. Yeah, and that's if I can't, they don't make them. So,
Something like couch something, or something. Okay. That's
Okay.
this piece here. And they were cutting out this area here where these pots go in, and that's what flips the coil up into the body. There'll be a big chain in here that
pulls it up there.
And like it says here now. Yeah, see how close they put those together?
Yeah.
That's what holds up the mount. See how that works? And then that's our shuttlecraft. They load the coal up, see it's pile of coal clean up to the ceiling.
Yeah.
And they're back there. And there's the shows you one with bits on it. Shutter bits on it.
Yeah, those things are wicked.
Watch this way. There's the controller, there's our display there. That all runs on Windows XP. They run on thumb drives you put in there and drive them. And you usually have 2 or 3 controllers that are all linked together because there's no room to put one big one. These are proximity sensors. There's I think 6 of them. They're built into virtually these sensors here. Well, they're usually, you'll see them, they're lit up. What they do is the miner will have a device on him. If he comes within the radius of this machine, it'll stop the machine.
Oh, wow.
Tell him that there's a human being in a danger zone. Yeah.
Kind of like the bandsaw that can stop on a hot dog.
Yeah, kind of like that, but
Not that far.
too many people get crushed. These are places not to stand when they run these things.
Yeah.
It's pretty heavy. You can imagine. See the tracks. We've got this on blocks. On the ground. So we can work on it. Yeah. I think this is a new construction here. This is brand new. See those little wear plates on there.
So this is all the carbide stuff that we saw earlier. And that's just to make it last longer as the coal is scraping up.
See how it's cracked?
Yeah.
That's because it's so hard. Those cracks are natural. Weird.
So how long do these last, these wear plates? Long?
It has to be. Here's our Wi-Fi units. That's how we get our Wi-Fi in the building. And all these machines have Wi-Fi too.
Really?
That's how they talk to each other. And then this is my slice of hell here.
This is where you work?
I work, yeah. What we do is we'll take this transformer and we'll put it in this box. This is a 4,000 volt transformer.
Yeah.
And it'll install, see that space there that's not painted? That's where it'll go. And it'll have to shove through that little hole. And there's not, and it's very, very, very heavy.
I can imagine.
Anyway, what we do is we take these electrical prints. That you see here. Wiring diagrams. The wiring diagrams. Alright, we take these wiring diagrams and we mark off these wires as we make them. We take these spools of wire and we make these wiring harnesses. We lay them out here. That aids us when we wire these things because you don't have to reach in the box to construct these. You can do it out here.
Yeah.
And all this will go in, the transformer will go in there, that'll go in there, and then components like these will go in the box, and they look something like, when we get all this wiring in here, they get pretty tight.
Holy crap.
But we put all this wiring in there, and that's what'll go in this box here. This will be completely jam-packed.
Jam-packed.
It'll be a lot heavier once we get all this stuff in there. But this is a stainless steel face. These can't have any scratches in them. That's what I do, make sure that there's no scratches in this stuff. There can't be any scratches, nicks or gouges in these. They have to be perfect.
Just to protect the wires?
No, to keep the flame from escaping. Called flame paths. These have to be so thick. These holes have to be so deep. They have to be so far apart. They have to be certified by the federal government, and they have to be issued a number.
Each hole?
Each construction. Yeah, each hole actually, but they certify them as a unit. They test them by exploding bombs off inside them and stuff like that.
Wow.
See if they leak. And this is how the stuff looks when it comes in empty. And we spool off the wire and put it in it. Like that. That's a communication box there that has Wi-Fi and stuff in it. And then these are interesting here because we have quite a heavy lift capacity here. These are tandem 50-ton cranes. We can pick up 100 tons with these two on a machine. We run them together. That's the biggest load we can pick up is these two tandem cranes. We got smaller ones, a 30-ton crane here, and I think that back there is another 30 tons. So we got. Oh?
Wow, 100 freaking tons.
Nothing. What are you doing, Dave? Is what? I don't think so. I don't think they're open till like noon. Go to that one out there. Well, what's it? Well, I don't think what's the name building. I was thinking the big mall was really nice. But I'll bet you that one in Huntwood. I'm walking through Joy, showing my boy around. Alright, let's see, babe. I'm gonna work. This is where we do hydraulics. These are our hydraulic cylinders that we're building. These are wrenches.
What?
These are wrenches. You can put the item in here. That holds it from spinning. This top here is the tool. This would be like your socket. Okay, and that up there is an air-powered ratchet, and that unscrews the tops on these. These are wrenches, and some of them go deep into the ground, like these here. These have holes in them so that you can put the. This is another socket. This is a hydraulic-driven ratchet, and they can actually go all the way down in the floor in case you run out.
So this is all just for a very specific.
Yeah, each one of these wrenches are for different cylinders. Yeah. There's another one. This here is this. Well, let's walk down. These are kind of cool. These are, I forget what they're called, but they've got a charge in them, and what they do is when those big cylinders take the weight of the mountain, instead of blowing their seals, they blow these out. These are set to blow, drop, you know.
Kind of a fail-safe type thing.
Problem with these is when we transport them, they got to be transported by ship. They can't go on an airplane.
Why?
Because of the pressure difference.
Oh.
Very illegal to take on there. These are nuts. Big nuts. This is our paint booth here. We only have one. This is a honer. This runs these bars in there and hones out the inside of these cylinders, buffs them out. And there's somewhere there's tools around here that they put in this machine. I don't really know how it works. Anyway, this is our paint booth. It's accessible with a large crane. You can see it's got a slit in the top of it, and it's got a pneumatically driven crane because it can have sparks in here. This stuff will blow up.
Yeah.
And you can drive a miner in here, bring a shear, paint it, and we usually paint things orange or white.
Orange.
Here, this is our warehouse. It's locked. That's where we keep our stuff. And then, I wanted to show you where we plug things in. This is 2300 volt panel. This is 950 volt. That's 480. What we do is we unscrew this and we plug a big massive plug in there. It takes two people to pick it up. It's heavy. And that's how we you can see the power comes in from that substation we have over here. And
what do you run off that? What do you plug in?
The machines that we built.
Oh, just
we plug in. This is where we plug in the machine. That's all we run off of.
Just for like QA, to test them and troubleshoot
to move them. You can't pick them up after you build them. You have to drive them. And you drive them on a truck. Anyway, you know, that's 4160 volts. This stuff's really dangerous. really dangerous stuff. High voltages. Got special rules with that stuff. This is where they build small components. Component rebuild area, they call this. The lights are off, it's kind of hard to see in here. This is a washing machine. Put parts in it. These are our forklifts, we got them everywhere. They're propane driven. The other ones are diesel. Let me see. Yeah, these, this is the stuff that these are components that we wire and that we put in boxes. We wire them together. Put them together. These are high voltage 5,000 volt contacts that bring in the cutter motors and the big stuff. What do you think that sells for?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna be
plastic.
3,500.
About $5 grand.
Wow. Oh,
here's a display. This is a Windows XP display. The stuff, it's color bonded. It's pretty nice. But that's how it looks when it gets here. These are smaller contactors here. These are all vacuum contactors. There's no contacts exposed or in a vacuum. They burn up. And let's see. Oh yeah, come on here. This is plugged into 950 volts. That machine.
3 and a 25 for the week, Gloria.
950 volts. This is 2300 volts. That's this machine. But as you can see, that big red out there, that forklift can actually pick this up with the arms on it. Yes, yeah. And it weighs 90 tons.
Wow. That is bananas.
Very, very heavy stuff. Of course, we had these fall over and all that. Things can fail, when we're putting them together.
Yeah.
Very, very, very dangerous. A lot of these are hand controls. And see, these are all remotely controlled. They're controlled with lightweight remotes.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no but anyway, these are all entryways. See that? See, these are those holes I showed you. Have to be perfect. They have,
oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why. If there's a fire in there, or if methane is sucked in there, and there's an ignition point, if it explodes, it won't blow up the mine. It won't light anything on fire, because by the time it makes it past that, it'll be extinguished. Because it can't squeeze through that little gap without putting itself out, unless there's a defect in it. Wow. Then fire will shoot out of it. It's kind of like the shuttle, the one that blew up. That little jet of fire shot out. Well, that's what happens here. Little jets of fire will shoot out and light the mine on fire, and the methane, and it'll turn into a mine disaster. That's why these have to be certified, and there's your certification tags have to be on them, have to be assigned a number. Anyway, these cylinders extend, they hold that boom up. probably on back order. Anyway. Usually these things aren't parked here because people are on them, but and this place is so noisy you can't even hear yourself think. Of course, nothing's going on now. That's where we were in the shoe shop.
Yeah. That is too cool.
This is the tool shed where we get our tools from. Saw that. You can put these back. This is a shuttle car. This is Joey Joy, the guy that invented it.
Oh wow.
And this is a roof boulder machine, or roof boulder miner combo. This holds up the roof where they run a roof bolt in it.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. See the cut things?
Mm-hmm.
Goes under the shields. Right, here's one in operation. That's how they look. That's how the drum and the things look.
Wow.
And then there's that big motor I told you about, one on each end, and they go up and down.
Gnarly.
Like a big. And then these shields advance. See, there's two, apparently one lug per shield that they have up here. So you can see how many shields they line up. They've numbered them. Mm-hmm. This machine knows where it's at in relationship to these, and they self-advance. They pull themselves forward with rams. Mm-hmm. And then the mountain falls behind them. They cut this out, go forward, the mountain falls behind them. This is a miner. This is not the same. This is for room and pillar. What they do is they make rooms and leave pillars to hold up the mountain.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like a gradient is what they make. This is how they used to do it. They used to cut it with this saw blade and then use dynamite, blow it out.
Wow.
And that's a miner. That's a tailpiece loading the car. It comes piling over there. And that's an antique something. I don't know what it is. There's another car. There's a roof boulder in a low seam. That's a lot of these mines. That's as tall as they are. And he's putting a bolt in there to hold it up. Big long bolt. It's full of resin, and it glues the top up so it don't cave in. And here, this is Trona. This is not coal. This is the Trona line.
What is Trona?
It's what they make car windshields out of. They make baking soda out of it, I think. They make all sorts of stuff out of Trona. You use it every day. It's worth a fortune. Mostly used in glass making. And it could be potash, but I think it's Trona. Potash they make fertilizer and explosives out of. And that's his conveyor. We ain't got no chicks working here now, but that's their bathroom.